So, I'm losing my damn mind. See, I had to completely restart, and once I did, hallelujah, everything like started working once again, like 2 seconds. God damn. So this is a two-part stream, apparently. When I get my laptop with Windows 10, everybody feel free to send me suggestions. Because boy, do I need it. Boy, do I need it. Of course, also getting a new capture card will definitely help because I'm running like a $10 one, but it's not so bad right now. It's just like fiddling with the damn thing, but that'll be for a later time. I'm at a wedding and it made me sad. You're at a wedding right now? Well, in Final Fantasy numbers. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, like the online game, but I don't know. No more numerals. Ah, damn it! Is the audio okay? I've just been lesbian. Nice. Nice. Also, let me see if I can get the audio. Because I think the audio just decided to. Yeah, me a second. There we go. I know how to work the system. Awesome, that's great. That is great, Jazzo. I'm sure your wife looks beautiful. And I'm sure you look beautiful. You're both beautiful, is what I'm trying to say. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready? I'm ready, finally. Yes, Your Honor. And Edgeworth looks beautiful, too. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. Because we're not professional worship. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? It's nothing, Your Honor. It doesn't seem like nothing, Edgy boy. What's wrong with Edgeworth? What isn't wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. Trans bean, lesbian. Okay, I got that. I got that now. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately. Moving the mic, moving the mic, moving the mic. We have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. I love that emoji that you sent. That is such a cute emoji. Heart. Trans heart. Yay. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note. I see specialists on the 22nd, by the way. And then start my road to getting to the... Oh, congratulations, Dezo. Dezo. Haha, nice. That must be super exciting for you. Nice, my friend, nice. I hope it all goes well. Yeah. At least you're in New Zealand and like the healthcare there is a lot better than it is in America. Same. Yeah. Let me know how it goes, my friend. Let me know. This note was not written by Miss Impacts herself. It is a fake. And send pics. I'm kidding. Don't get me kicked off the Discord. I'm kidding. Yeah, it cost me like $100 to see the DR in America and 200 something for antibiotics last time I was there. It would have been 34 here for both. I hear that. Like, people have told stories where it's like something like insane, like $500 in America. And then you go to another country and it's like, oh, you got to pay $24 because you don't have health insurance. It's like, god damn. 24. Yeah, even better. Even better. Like, 34 was already good, but, like, that's even better. Yeah. You made the right call moving to New Zealand just for that alone, my friend. Like, I look at any news of New Zealand, I'm like, you got a spare room, Jezza? Like, you got a spare room so that way I can, like, start moving? America's a nightmare. Order, order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? Yeah, come move here. We can share my large bedroom. You're offering, and I'm considering. Well, not being... I can snuggle into your bed, Jess. Not being lewd. I'm kidding. I suddenly get a message. You are off. You are kicked off the Discord. Ah, damn it. Ah. I do have this. I do have this as written as mature, so we're good. If this was not written by Miss Impacts, then who wrote it? We need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, that would more likely be a promotion in the disco. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I suddenly get moved up above Holy Bra. He's just like, what the hell? What happened? Holy Bra's missing a lot. It appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Carita. Mr. Carita? Well, well. It looks like Miss Impacts never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about Mr. Ungard. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. Ungard could not have known that, and so that fact remains unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. This theory that Ungard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Maybe the fact that he tried so damn hard to get it just to... should also prove the fact that he thought the suicide note was real? Or... The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Ungard to not have known... It's impossible for Mr. Ungard to not have known it was a fake. It's because, like, only Corita and Andrews knew how to open that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, your response. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, your response. Okay, for a minute I was like, did I get that wrong? And then the fire disappeared. I'm like, okay, we're good. I believe that even more important than finding out if this note is real or not, it's rather the attorney. Ah! I did get it wrong! Damn it! That's the $1 million question! Shove off, you prick. Good thing I saved. No hits. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for the Mr. Ungard to not have known it was a fake. Found inside figure 8, it has horrible leads. Less written on it. Because of the spy camera? Because he was spying on him? Ah, there it goes. Woo! Took me a hot second, but I got it. Whoa. Your emojis are so cute. You have the cutest emojis. What is this little item called again? a video camera, Your Honor? What year were you born? Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, a camera. You kids and your fancy toys nowadays. 1856, seems likely. I believe it. Nice background, Liz! Liz, my friend! How are you doing? I don't believe you've seen my new setup. Yep, Jezzo's here too, Liz. Yeah, I don't believe you've seen my new setup, Liz. Alrighty. Like, yeah, I've overhauled this a little bit. I also got a VTuber avatar that I'm planning on making move at some point. I'm getting a new laptop soon, so hopefully, like, she'll be moving at some point. But yeah, I have, like, all new transitions, like this one right here. But boom. Then we go back. But boom. So I've kind of overhauled my setup. So yeah. I hope you like it, Liz. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. Ungard knew the existence of this note. Do you need help, by the way, setting anything up? Because I am actually, believe it or not, an IT professional. Excuse me, Jessica, you are? Oh, I did not know that. I got home. Okay. Nice. So now you're seeing the stream? Yeah. This is a bit of a two-parter. I got a video of the last part because, like, we had some technical difficulties, and I'm doing the second part of the trial right now, so you can watch the first video a little bit later. But yeah, I'll let you know if I need any help, Jezzo, with the setup. I haven't gotten the laptop yet, so I don't know exactly what I would need help with. Unfortunately, I'm not exactly savvy on the machinery, so yeah. The reason why the MacBook couldn't do, like, the VTuber stuff was because of something to do with, like, something internal with had to do with the Mac. It's hard to explain. I'd have to send you a picture of it. But yeah, if I do need help, like, I'll definitely let you know. I'll definitely let you know. Because he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? Okie dokie. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. If that were true, yeah, like, are you an IT, like, professional? Like, is that your job? Like, do you help people with, like, machines and stuff like that? Because that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool if you do. Then this means Mr. Ungard would have known that the victim had forged the note. Ah! So then, the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Ungard's motive for murder was... It has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honor... Woo. Taking a sip. It's not as if Mr. Ungard monitored Mr. Kurita 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Ungard didn't know of. Also, real quick, Jezzo, I'm mostly on mobile when it comes to Twitch. So, like, I was wondering, like, how to get to the rules on mobile, because I tried to, like, figure out, like, how to get to, like, the rules of, like, somebody's Twitch channel, because, earlier Holy Brawl mentioned that, like, I accidentally missed your, pronouns, so I'm really, really sorry about that. I knew what not to say, but still, like, just for the future, I like to, like, do you know how to get to the rules on, like, a Twitch mobile? So that way I know, like, just in case. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. Ungard didn't know of. I just got home. Ah, good to know this. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Yeah. Let me see. I don't use that much because my Wi-Fi connection is weak to my room. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I was referring to you by they, them, especially in the first stream. You can probably go back and see the first stream with when we were talking about you. I was talking about you with Holy Brawl and asking, like, how you were doing and stuff. And he let me know, like, and he let me know. That is okay. Okay, good. Yeah, yeah. I've been trying to get to the habit, like, if I'm not sure, I just refer to a person like they, them, you know? So, like, I've been trying to get better about, like, pronouns and stuff like that over my time. So, I'm glad, I'm glad. But if I've ever done anything bad, just let me know, like, and I do heavily apologize. Order, order, order. Mr. Edgeworth. Ah, Holy Brow's hosting me again! Holy Brow, you're back, my friend! What did I miss? A couple things. We had some technical issues, so I basically broke this into like 2 streams. So yeah. But other than that, not too much. I've told my medical practitioners only they them for now because I have this plan of mine to wear oversized t-shirts and skinny jeans forever until I feel better after age death. I gotcha, my friend. Okay. That's good to know, Okay. I see. Well, we are getting it done on the 22nd, so yeah. I hope everything goes well for you. It looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. Huh? As you figured? As I figured. It came down to this after all. If you go to someone's profile on the app, there should be a about section where panels are where people would list the rules and such. Okay. Holy. Hey, Holy. Hey, Holy. Yeah. Hey, Holy, bro. My phone is being really buggy. What the fuck? I think that's your phone telling you that it needs to retire, Holy bro. Even your phone's like, kill me. I think that's what it's saying. Okay, if you go to someone's profile in the app there. Okay, gotcha. I'll be sure to read the rules like much more carefully in the future. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Mr. Edgeworth, you are not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Ungard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. I hope your day is going well. Yeah. However, this witness is a little unusual. It's not old bag, is it? Edgeworth stuttering. That's not like him at all. Unusual. Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is the one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the questions of who was it that hired Shelley the killer to commit murder? That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness? Yes, go on. Who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelley the Killer. Oh, Mr. the Killer. Wait, Shelley the Killer. Yep, the murderer himself. You mean the killer? I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here to the witness stand, in person, live, in the flesh. I need to get my autograph book. A real-life assassin is coming to speak to us, guys. Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes? Is this all right with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is all right to do this. Very well, then the prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Also, by the way, Jezzo, when's your Divinity 2 stream? You mentioned that you were probably going to be doing that today since you were really looking forward to that. So what is that? Edgeworth, is there no other way left for us? Left to us? Tomorrow now. Oh, okay. It is okay, Holy. Now then, witness. Okay. Good to know. Your name and your occupation, please. So you're doing an Easter stream? Or... Well, I guess it would be Easter for me. Is it Easter for you? Ah, the time differences. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. It's Easter today. Okay, it's Easter for you. It's not Easter. It's not Easter for me. Yeah, it's not Easter for me. It's April 3rd. It's not Sunday. Yeah, time differences. Ha. I say, how is it in the future? Just asking. Has society collapsed yet? I say. What is going on here? Your Honor? Oh, so I'm doing technically an Easter stream in New Zealand. Hi. Big in anime, yeah. Oh, okay. This scene's big in anime? Nice. How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. DeKiller will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure that this is really Mr. DeKiller himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelley DeKiller. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. Maya! Voice? Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley DeKiller. Looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. There's one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? Also, I'm messing with a can. Sorry if you can hear that. I'll put that over there so I don't mess with it. Anytime something's within arm's reach of me, I just have to mess with it. Like, my hands always have to be occupied with something. I also have been twiddling my hair and stuff like that. It's gonna be really interesting when I get the VTuber after. At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Carita. Is this correct? Maya, I know, right? Maya. It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Carita. Gulp. I feel you there, Judgy. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your clients. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it, a bad dream. Shelley DeKiller. What is he going to say? Bye-bye, client. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Mr. DeKiller seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. Also, by the way, guys, what's your favorite video game? I'm actually very curious to ask this because I know it's a loaded question because I can never decide. But like, what's a video game that's close to your guys' hearts? I'm very curious. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? In the past, I would have said World of Warcraft. Valid. Very valid. War of Warcraft was very big back in the day. Now I really just don't know. Oh, okay. Well, that's perfectly fine. Like, you'll eventually probably find a game that will strike you. That'll strike you again. But yeah, World of Warcraft used to be, like, very big. I didn't get into World of Warcraft when it was at its height. Hi, CC Takano! Hi! I'm on Final Fantasy most of the time. It's very social. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard that the Final Fantasy one is very good. I've been tempted myself. I like mystery games. Yeah, Liz. Like, I like mystery games too. Like, mystery games are great. Also, hi, CC Takano! It's great that you could be here. Gosh dang. And it's inclusive as heck! Oh, that's great. That is super great. Yeah. Also, yeah, CC Takano, meet... I don't know if you've met Holy Bra yet. Holy Bra Moment. I don't know if you met them. You've met Jezzo? How goes it? You've got a lot of people tonight. I do. Like, a lot of people have come to support me. It's great. Like, I really do appreciate it. Nope, just saying hi. Yeah. Like, it's going good so far. Like, we've just been chatting. I just recently asked, like, what's everyone's favorite video game? Video game is close to their heart. Looking for waifu in Final Fantasy 14. Primal did a City Excalibur server. Oh, okay. Looking for your future wife. Looking for your best waifu. I got the feeling I'm always on search for a good waifu myself. At the moment, the Resident Evil waifu is going on here. It's on National Thunderbolt Fantasy Day. I know, Thunderbolt Fantasy. I just watched season 3, episode 1, and it is so good. If you guys haven't seen Thunderbolt Fantasy, I highly recommend it. I'm probably going to do a watch party of that at some point. So if you guys want to join me for that, then you're more than welcome to. If I ever decide to do that, whenever I decide to do that. Bruh, my phone was bugging so hard due to charging. Your phone is going to kill you, Holy Brock. Get another. I know you're saving up, but damn. Oh man, I got so many people. It's so good. It's so good. I love you all. I love you. Platonic kisses for all of you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. But yeah, a video game that's close to my heart is either the Ace Attorney series. I really like the Ace Attorney series. I love it with all my heart. And Kingdom Hearts. I really love Kingdom Hearts. It's one of my favorite video game series. And yes, I even like Kingdom Hearts 3. No slander here. No Kingdom Hearts 3 slander here. I will not stand for it. But yeah, like I really like the Kingdom Hearts series. It's one of my all-time favorite video games. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. About my client. There is something I must first state. If okay, I call you just Cece? Yeah. That's okay, Liz. Okay. I call you Takato, but like, I think you're okay with either Cece or Takato, right? Or both. Nothing is more important than the trust between the client and himself. The trust between you and your client. They'll probably do a crossover in Final Fantasy 14, so you should totally come play that too. Cool, CC. If I ever do play that, Jezzo, you'll be the first to know, and I'm pretty sure you'll give me all the details. You'll give me all the deets and the skills. I'm sure you would carry my ass. I provide my services in a fast and effective manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner. This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. CC was short for card captor, but Twitter used to have a text limit for Twitter username. That makes sense. So card captor Takato. Okay. That's actually very catchy. That is. Like I already said that line. Also, for anyone who doesn't know, Jezzo Holybrow, CC Takato here. I've known them for a long time on Twitter. They like to tweet a lot about anime, so if there's any anime news that you are interested in, go follow them on the Twitters, and they will be sure to let you know of all the new stuff and all the details, because that is just what they do. They're a huge anime fan. And that's how I get pretty much all my news. And a huge Magical Girl fan. They love the Magical Girl series. Thanks. No problem, CC Takato. You know I'm always there for you, buddy. We've known each other for years on Twitter. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? There was so much Kamen Rider news this weekend. I know! I've been meaning to get into Kamen Rider. I've watched some of Kamen Rider W? The detective one. Because, of course, I love detectives, so of course I would. I need to watch more of that, though. I've been meaning to get into Kamen Rider. It has never happened before, but if it ever did... Yes? That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They just started streaming Kamen Rider W official subs. Nice. Okay, sweet. I'll have to, like, check that out, because I could only get it on, like, the Kamen Rider stuff, unfortunately, hasn't been, like, I don't think on Crunchyroll or any other, like, official streaming service. It's been particularly, like, a niche Japanese series. You got subtitles, but they're, like, online, pirated kind of stuff, and I prefer to do it through streaming services, if only because then I can put it on my TV, you know? Make it easier on my eyes. They have the original in Hyuga on Tubi. Really? Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, I'll have to check that out. There's so many streaming services, goddamn. They would certainly... That's enough. Please, no more. Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Okay, wait, I already said that. I've been getting distracted. Patient, try to calm down. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and close, so we're going to have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know. Tubi is a free ad-supported service, and they have a lot of older shows and anime and tokusho. Okay. Ah, that's good to know. Okay. Did I already press that? That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. Their role? Toei is also making a Kamen Rider W anime, and Funimation has already licensed. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I think I've heard news about that. Okay, interesting. I have to check out news on that and keep an eye out for that one. This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? Myself. To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? Wow, straightforward. No, I didn't say anything. The judge had better watch himself. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. Ah, that egomaniac. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all of this extra fluff. Just tell us the name already. Okay. I think it's because I didn't press the first one. So, yeah, we gotta press pretty much everything. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? So sorry. Go on. Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. That's only because you don't know about my situation. If so, I could badger him all I want. It's my wish that you grasp this concept before I give you the name of my client. Okay, I think I pressed everything now. I understand, so please tell us the name of your client. Afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. Did I not press everything? Okay. Somehow... I was paying attention to chat, I'm sorry! There's something I must first state. Doing this as I'm pretty sure I pressed this. Seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that would be very bad. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules. Okay, this person, this trespassed. To the gentleman, would you like to die? Yada, yada, yada. I didn't say anything. The judge had better watch himself. There's an assassin on the stand. Ah, damn it. I'm sorry, getting through it. This first day, I already pressed that. The trust between you and your client. I provide my services in a fast, effective manner. In exchange, I trust my clients are discreet about me or my identity. If I disappear, then I'm entering a dead zone. No signal slash Wi-Fi slash data zone. Okay. I'll explain it. Okay, I gotcha. Ah. Poor Holy Bra. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. Okay, so we had to press that. Okay, whew. We gotcha, Holy Bra. Are you ready for Pagan Chocolate Eggs Day? Yes. Yes, I am. I am totally ready for the paganism. But yeah, I actually already got Reese's chocolate eggs. Myself. I've been chowing down on those. They're pretty good. I really like Reese's. That's like my favorite candy is Reese's. Reese's peanut butters. Heck yeah. Like, what about you guys? What's your favorite candy? What do you like to snack on for the Easter? You said that your client had already broken the rules. A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person. I love the Easter Reese's white chocolate. I know, those are good too. Those are really good too. I'm sorry, I'm fiddling with my microphone. It was moving. I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Like, white chocolate's actually my favorite kind of chocolate. I'm not big on dark chocolate. Anything that's bitter, I'm not really big on. Which is ironic considering I love coffee. But then again, I put cream in my coffee. So yeah, that explains that. Just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think, really. I love all chocolate as long as there's no coconut. Ah, okay. Not a big coconut fan? I understand. I don't mind coconut myself. It's the cherry, like, have you guys ever had this, like, chocolate? It's like, a white chocolate with, like, cherries on the inside with, like, a white cream on the inside, too. Like, I don't like those. Those are, like, really gross. Those are, like, one of the grossest candies that I've ever had. I'm not big on, like, cherries to begin with, but you just add that stuff, and it's like, ugh. That's not very good. Also, let me see. It's getting a little dark in my room. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I accidentally unplugged a lamp. The chocolate cordials? Maybe. I can't quite remember what it's called. I think the chocolate covered cherries. So I'll take your. I like the chocolate covered cherries. So I'll take it. Go ahead, Cece Takata. Take all the chocolate covered cherries that you want. Cherries in general, I'm just kind of okay on. Blueberries though. Blueberries are really good. Like blueberries and bananas, like those are some of my favorite fruit. Those are awesome. In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. Now then, I do believe it's about time I reveal the name of my client, don't you agree? Okay, spit it out, brother. What is it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask him, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness? What is the name of your client? Who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Carita? That person's name is... I love Cadbury eggs. I don't know if I've had Cadbury eggs, actually. Everyone keeps mentioning how much they really like Cadbury eggs, but I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Jezzo, if you're still in the chat, like, is there any like New Zealand like candies that you really like? That's usually around during Easter. I'll be curious about that. Any New Zealand eye? Pineapple lump. Those actually sound good. Like, what are those exactly? I'm gonna guess they have pineapple in them. Adrian Andrews. What? Witness. Chocolate-covered pineapple chewy things. Okay. I was wondering if they had chocolate on. That sounds good. I love pineapple. I know, right? That actually does sound good. Fly some out, says Jezzo. Like, that just sounds really good. I think both me and CC Tecado are... Actually, you're in Tennessee, CC Tecado. I'm in California. But yeah, those do sound good. Like, I wouldn't mind having some of that. That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? Also, I think like the Streamlabs OBS is lying to me because it says I got like 1 viewers, but it's like CC Ducato's here. I think Liz is still here. I think Jezzo and still here. Holy Bra's on the cusp, but that's not his fault. So it's like, oh, Streamlabs OBS is straight up lying to me on this viewer account. I'm gonna disable that. I get so caught up in how many viewers, and I shouldn't. Ugh, I hate that. I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. Well, what? This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? It said 1 earlier, then it said 4 again, and now it's 1 again. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's doing that for you guys too. Okay. Or maybe it's a Twitch thing and not like a Streamlabs thing. Who knows? My guess is that Mr. DeKiller just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Or maybe like people are going kind of in and out. If that's so, that's fine. Like the viewer count just kind of annoys me sometimes. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. Killer told him a different name. Mr. Matt on guard, perhaps. I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. Ugh. Truly outrageous. Truly outrageous. Ugh. You Shelley DeKiller. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt on guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead proved the suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. DeKiller's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt on guard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? With the way this is going, On Guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And On Guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? More outrageous, more games. Yep. More outrageous, more games. Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley the Killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me! Listen, everyone, please, that testimony just now, it was all one big lie. Miss Andrews, the suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. DeKiller himself has testified. He has named you as his client. No, that's not true. Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button donning the Nickel Samurai costume. But that's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impacts was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead. No. Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please. Help me. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Alrighty, chat. What do you think Phoenix should do? Do you think he should take the not guilty right now, or do you think he should wait on Gummy? Cast your votes now. I'll wait. The verdict. You want to request the verdict, CC Takato? Wow, you kind of wanted to. CC Takato don't got any trust in Gummy? Gummy. Okay, we got one for the rodent and one for Gummy. Anybody else want to weigh in on this hot debate? No? Okay. We'll request the child to continue. We'll wait on Gummy. Phoenix. I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt on guard is a killer. A murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than on guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten on guard and convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust. I never thought about it until now. I trust him. It's got a little romantic in the air tonight, didn't it? Huh? Start playing Chaos Whispers. Yes, you do. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. It's of my opinion that the defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. DeKiller. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? You are indeed, Your Honor. Right. But that witness has cleared her client through his testimony. Your job here is done. No, it is not, Your Honor. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please reestablish the connection with Mr. DeKiller. Right away, Your Honor. An Easter miracle. Yep, the Easter Bunny's gonna come in, guys. Just you wait. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. This is how things are usually done. What is he talking about, usually done? Is he, like, glaring at you, Phoenix? But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. DeKiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? I mean, I don't like going. I wouldn't like going to court. I've only been there once. I'm not going back into the slammer, baby. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, after all, him and Edgeworth are friends. Exactly. Him and Edgeworth are the best of friends. And husbands. As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime. Not pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said that my client had broken the rules. This is most unexpected. This is the most unexpected turn of events for the fifth time now. Get used to that, Judgy Budgy. However, this time everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? Because what this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose. No, she is. She gets juice. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes two of us. But my client, part 2. As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian is my client, however... tampering with the scene of the crime. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. True. Yeah. Well, a change in occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. DeKiller. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away with their guilt. Did it to frame another for the crime. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You try to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife. And even hide my card from sight. That is something I cannot overlook. Oh, by the way, guys, I really like visual novels, so if you guys have any visual novels that you ever want to suggest to me that I would play, like, I would appreciate it. I have a growing list of games that I would like to play, and I wouldn't mind giving more visual novels a shot, because I can, like, voice act those. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. Analog, a hate story? What is that? I haven't actually heard of that one. Ooh. That sounds interesting. Do you have a brief summary of that one? It's really sad, though. Yeah. It sounds like it. Beware. Oh, wow. It sounds like it. I mean, Analog, a hate story. I mean, that's a spiffy title. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. It cool to me. Oh, okay. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. Excuse you, wait, hold on. We're not planning anything. Oh no, I already told you I have no intention of using your services. Ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Like if someone winds up dead, we'll know. From the very beginning? That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. What's so odd about that? You could play Claynad. I could. That one's also a really sad one, isn't it? Wow. You guys are suggesting the depressing ones, aren't you? But I would be up to giving them both of those a shot at some point. I'll have to look them up and decide, because I have to decide whether or not crying is on the menu on that day. Yeah, I would be up for it. I already knew from the very beginning that one creator was dead. Claynad is on Steam. Okay, good. Yeah, that one's a rather popular one. It got made into an anime and all that, so that makes sense. He said that was odd. About how the client knows what's going on at all times. Found this other figuring and tells one cards. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife button. That act is what I was referring to earlier in the client rules. What are you going to do now? Guess he took a nap in his room. All I can do now is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realize that they will be very bad for our client, right? I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. Yeah, he was taking a nap in his room. But, we're also thinking about Adrian Andrews here, so... What? Already knew from the very beginning that Ron Corita was dead. So she knew from the very beginning that Ron Corita was dead. Then something about her actions didn't make sense. Great point, yep. So what is it about her actions that didn't make sense if she knew? Okay, let me press that again and hear what he has to say. In the very beginning, that is correct. From before my client visited the room. All my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. I'll press more in his statement and see if we can't bring it up, because it could also be in the testimony itself. So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? That is true. Juice is weird to me. Okay, yeah, it might be the juice. Yeah, that's right. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. On Guard. I think I'm back. Okay, you good, Holy Bra? Okay. Ah, man, your phone. Your phone, my friend. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill, that is all. And to leave my business card behind, naturally. Steam has dramatical murder, but that's way too not safe for work. Yeah, unfortunately I can't do, like, any not safe for works stuff. At least to a certain degree. But I would be interested in playing a dramatical murder on my own. I might lose connection again. Dang it again! Ah! Damn it, Holy Bra! My friend. My poor, poor friend. The business card is so my clients may escape blame, and to protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. And that's all you have to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in you plan to continue? Oh, by the way, I went hiking. That's why I'm losing connection. I went traveling, I say. Oh, I gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense, my friend. Okay. Oh, you're all good. I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. There's also Ultimate, not mountain hiking. Oh, not mountain. I don't know why I was thinking. I grew up in the mountains, so I immediately thought mountain hiking. That's why. Although I had fun. Okay. Yeah, Ultimate seems interesting. I must, as I have yet to find a fourth, take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Dirty? Are you asking us to become an assassin? Excuse me? Also, no, I'm fine, really. Are you really now? Judge! I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. Might be the tomato juice or the note. She didn't know the suicide note was a fake. So maybe that's it? That's the thing that she didn't know? Might be either the note or the figurine. Let's give that a try. I'll save. And then we can either try the note or the figurine. One of the other. Nope. That's not it. Try note. Yeah, that's not it. Also, if she was there, why didn't she just get it herself? Neither that. Okay. Objection! Exactly. That objection is such an iconic sound. Okay, so I'm gonna try the tomato juice, actually. Okay, there we go. Woo! You were right, Liz, about the wine glass. My bad. I'm sorry I doubted you. Thank you, Juice. Yes. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller. This is a trial and error kind of game. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Carita had been murdered. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass? Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought Mr. Carita had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never have left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? Taking a sip of coffee. I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you claim, then your client should have knowledge of Mr. Kurita's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix. If the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Almost like you're acting and you're bad at it. She gets juice, yes. Warner Bros. Loves doing crossovers for all their IPs. They're trying to make the next Marvel Cinematic Universe, my friend. Also, Space Jam 2 actually looks kind of good. I'm actually kind of interested in that one. Anyway, I'm positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. Well, I think I accidentally used the killer's voice on that. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy some more time. They did it with the Lego movies, too. They did, too. And that was bomb. That was absolutely bomb, so I'm totally down with it. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Witness testimony request taken. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Miss Wright, your cross-examination, please. When do we get the Alien Blade Runner crossover? I don't know, my friend. No, I have not seen either Alien or Blade Runner, so I don't know what to tell you on that one. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. Okay, what does your client look like? Age, weight, height, etc. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was that with a brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? I'll say it's very important for now. If you use mail, you're a liar. Exactly. Of course it was very important, Your Honor. Anybody who uses Twitter is a mega liar. Everyone knows that. If Mr. the Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken. So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews? I guess so. You see, it is just as I said. I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? I'm sorry. Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax. Now then, would the witness please continue? Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all of the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? So what are those suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Carita's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. What an unhelpful description, because there was a ton of bears in his room. He must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all. That is correct. It's unbearable, I know, right? And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. See. I don't think it was. What the killer said sounds plausible, but in the end, it's just his conjecture. No, Your Honor, I don't think it's very important. Well then, witness, please continue. So your client was Adrian Andrews? That is correct. Well, he says the two of them met. But if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere. Talk about a delicate balance. I know we have to get him to slip to say something. I know what we gotta get him to slip on. It's just pressing everything. 1 week ago, are you sure? Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations. And I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you'll keep that in mind. Excuse you! Please stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. Specific date and time? So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was that brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken requests by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between that. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Ha! Well, Mr. Right. Of course, it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he's mistaken. You see, it's just as I said. I just love that response. Sorry, I really love that response. So your client was Adrian Andrews. Well, he says the two of them met, but they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. There doesn't seem to be anything strange. Okay. Why on that specific night? No, I try to fulfill it. As for why, I only have my suspicions, huh? So what are these suspicions? There's all for the bear, my client. I would like for you to retrieve it for me. You must. The figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it playing on publicly. Okay, that's correct. I'm missing it. I am missing it. I see. The fatal flaw in this testimony is very important. The testimony just now has made one thing clear. And that is... Okay. So, sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. The client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Okay, no, wait, that wasn't it. Ah, damn it. The music stopped, that's why. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? Mr. I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Miss, please continue your testimony. And back to square one. We're already on the first weekend of April. I know, right? Hi, Kinko! Hi! How are you? Hey, 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 hey. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Kinko, look over here. Hey, say hi. Oh, you're not looking. Wait, you don't want to say hi to the good people? Oh, come on. Okay, 1 second, guys. My dog, my husky, is actually in the room with me. I tried to get her to say hi into the microphone, like to sneak the microphone, but she wouldn't. Yep. Hey. Yeah. You might be able to hear her now. There you go. Yay for huskies, I know, right? I'm gonna get her out of my room, though. She's not supposed to be in here. Thanks, Autumn. Ah, my sister got it. I'm gonna have to play back the recording to hear that. I hope you enjoyed that brief cameo from my dog. You know, just check the mic. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. Animals on streams are the best. I know, right? I know, right? As a matter of principle, I've never taken a request by telephone. Yeah. Yeah, I always love it when, like, animal comes onto, like, a stream. Then... yeah, I always love when an animal comes onto, like, a stream and you can, like, either hear them or see them. Like, it's always the best. Okay, so what we're supposed to slip up about is he's supposed to say, I met him at a bar. Like, he met Adrian Andrews, and he's supposed to say him, but Adrian Andrews is a woman, so we're supposed to get him to slip up on that. But I can't quite get the dialogue to activate. So, yeah, this is a bit of a stumping block right here. This is a bit of a squicky wicket. 1 second. I might have to consult a holy Bible. Okay, Phoenix Right, game 2, case 4. Another of my friends has started streaming Danganronpa. Oh, I think you told me about that. Nice, nice. Be sure to send them, send me their Twitch. Like, I'd be interested in seeing people play Danganronpa, especially if it's the first time they've ever done it. So, Jezzo, if you ever decide to stream Danganronpa, you don't have to if you don't want to, but, if you ever decide to do that, let me know. I'd be totally interested for that. I'd be totally down to see that, because streaming Danganronpa is always interesting. Especially like people's reaction. I especially like it. I also like it when people stream this game because it's just the right amount of absurd for people to get like kind of like to get really good reactions out of people. And of course the story and the characters are all super great. Okay. Okay, now I know. Okay, this is a tricky one because I I had the right idea. I just didn't go. I just missed out one thing. Okay, I was supposed to, when it gets up to this part, I was supposed to say, well, press further first. Da-ba-ba. Okay, and then you're supposed to say, it's not very important. Why he meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. I really should have said that. I don't remember this game perfectly. I remember it to a point, but not perfectly. So even sometimes I get, like, stumped, but I usually can get through it pretty well. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? One of my goals, though, is to be able to memorize these games so well that I can get through these entire games without looking at a walkthrough a single time. That's one of my goals in life. I've already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. And watching people play for the first time really helps with that, too. I probably know the first game like the back of my hand. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That was when I thought, I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? It was very important, Your Honor. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Huh? Really? Yes, really. If that's the case... Witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. From the moment I saw him, we get this. Wah-pa-pa-pa-pa. You're kind of saying the wrong thing. Also, they have like two profiles for Shelly the Killer. One is like, the butler, and then the other is the actual Shelly the Killer. I thought that was kind of funny. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelly the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up. About her. So what is the issue? What did you just say just now? About her. If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. Oh. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking the request. But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Got you there, buddy boy. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. DeKiller. The entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? Shelley DeKiller. This court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you allow me to testify once more. I know he's just going to spit out more lies. Very well, but this time, please give us the truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God. I go stream now, sweetie. Have a lovely rest of yours. Okay, gotcha. You go and stream now, my friend. Stream and have a great stream, my friend. I hope your stream goes well. Haha, take a drink every time I say stream. Well, thank you. Have a lovely rest. See you, Jezzo. Bye. Have a good weekend. Yep, have a good weekend. Is she gone? Okay. Guys, figure out how I can rate a person, because I've never rated a person, but it'd be nice to rate Jezzo after we finish this stream. I don't know how to do that. Request taken part 2. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Carita and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So you took this job through a letter. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he is definitely lying. These people will make good politicians. I know, right? It's like, just lie through your frickin' teeth. You got this. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. How to raid on Twitch. I know. I can't make him suspicious, but... I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. Oh, tell me why ain't nothing but a hard day. Tell me why. Okay, so I just need to type raid into the chat. With a 10-second counter. After 10 seconds, you can now click raid to execute the raid. If you don't click cancel raid, the raid will automatically begin. Okay. I think I know how to raid now. Okay. Good. We'll be planning that for later. I guess now I remember to get across by mail. Times when I took a job where I haven't met my client. Two or 3 other things? Yes. And what were those other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I push his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Bum, 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 bum. Should we press further or should we let it go? Let me see. Let's press further. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney? Yes? Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own clients? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one? Yes, she's streaming. Well, wait. I just got the notification on my phone. Uh-oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. All right, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? It is, buddy boy. We're going. Woo! Full tilt. Dicks out, baby. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Kurita's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. As you wish. The bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. I found this figurine at Mr. Ungard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Ungard, I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? No objections. It's no use. As long as I can't put my finger on the central problem here, pressing this witness anymore would be extremely dangerous. It appears that Mr. Wright has no problems. Well then, witness, please continue. Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum. Let me see. If you... Alrighty. Then why didn't she open it right away? Why was the suicide note still in there? Shelley the killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. This item? I am back. Oh, you're back, Liz? Hi, welcome back. I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where's everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? We back, Liz. Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Order, order, order. So that's where you two were going. So, by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means? It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Nice. Order, order. This judge doesn't seem the sharpest tool in the shed. He's not. He's usually not, but he's endearing. Mr. Phoenix? Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. Would you trust your fate with him? The judge? He usually makes the right verdict in the end, even if he is a little dense. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's not. That's enough. And that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. But wait, please! Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No! Please! Not that! Please wait! Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... I check your friend. Oh, you checked out Jezza? Oh, okay. That's nice. I hope you like Jezza's streams, too. She's very good, too. What in the... Mr. Wright, are you? Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness outburst just now. Do you think there's a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should. Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... Prosecution. What has come over everyone? Even you are. The prosecution? Rest. What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt on guard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. But Miss Andrews would be charged with murder? The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt on guard, to the stand. The items from DeKiller's hideout didn't make it in time. I'm gonna save here just in case. I'm getting itchy. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Ha! So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. And Mr. On Guard. What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it, and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice? Let them bring alcohol in this courtroom. No, that's just chocolate milk. He just likes it. That's all. Honestly, what is even that supposed to be? Booze? Bourbon? I don't know. Woo. Sorry, just my seat. Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? Cast your votes, justice or Maya. You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt On Guard, is innocent. Huh. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt On Guard, is... We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt On Guard, your client, deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt On Guard is getting whipped, hot damn. Francisca von Karma. Matt On Guard is Francisca von Karma? What a twist. Well, what are you doing here? Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces. Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. That's Gumshoes. That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. Oh, poor Gummy. I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that ragged coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? Woo, let's go. I had to put this dude in the slammer. Ow! I know, right? This trial is over. This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. Well, much like Yu-Gi-Oh, you never know. You never know until the last card's been drawn. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. Great point, yep. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by De Killer during his escape from the police. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. De Killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around like a miracle. I'm sure of it. This is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? Does the pistol have anything to do with this case? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure there was no gun involved in this case. There's no real benefit to hearing about it. Please present the next piece of evidence. One of the items retrieved from Dakota's hideout. One of the items retrieved from Dakota's hideout. Nothing else is known. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet the killer took that from On Guard Mansion. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah? But I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. Did the killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. Huh. But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. The last piece of evidence is his bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There is even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There is a button missing on this uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Oh boy's uniform added to the court record. One of the buttons is missing. That's all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? Were we under normal circumstances, These items from Shelley DeKeller's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these three items do not tell us. And these three items do not tell us anything about that. Ooh. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's... Try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are two ways out of this situation for us. Two? The first... Make Ungard wish from the bottom of his heart for a guilty verdict. We not see the gun at the motel or house. Yeah, we didn't see the gun at the motel or the house. Huh? It's like a random ass gun that disappeared. Well, he did use it to shoot Francisco, that's for sure. The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Ungard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with Ungard. If the killer were to no longer think of Ungard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible. He is a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first. But if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. That's what you're asking for, Phoenix boy. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? Saving the game, just in case. Because you always save before a pinnacle moment. Pinnacle moment. The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence? The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. I've got to head off for a bit, but I'll try to make it back for the rest. Okay, we're actually wrapping up, so, this trial doesn't have, like, too much longer to go, so it might be over by the time you get back. That being said, like, I am planning on raiding Jezzo, so if you do come back, then be sure to check out Jezzo's stream. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? If I don't see you, then have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you on Twitter, CC Degato. I've already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. then you want to show the evidence to... Sure thing, the stream was fun. Have a good weekend and Happy Easter. You too, my friend. You too, my friend. I hope you have a great time. Then you want to show the evidence to that person. Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. See you, Liz. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. One chance? Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn the situation around in one try is what we do best, edgy boy, so sit back and relax. One try, that is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. See ya, Cece. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking Ungard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? The Shella the Killer. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. Videotape. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Of course there is, baby boy. It'll be our key to salvation. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. All right. It looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my clients. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. So, I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. Well, what? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews? Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you. Isn't that right? Yes. That was so that they could film you and set you up, buddy boy. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt Ungard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. Wanted to see Juan get his. Wanted to blackmail you. Didn't trust your skills. Wanted to blackmail you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelley the Killer? No! It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes. Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then that client would become my next target. For the honor of the Killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I am sort of... I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and... Ah! Miss Von Karma, where did that... Francisca coming in to shut him up. She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict. You're not looking so good there, Matty boy. Mr. Ungard. It looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. One that took down 3 police officers at one point. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this all right with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. So this one doesn't matter. We can plead either not guilty, guilty. It doesn't really matter. Either way, it's up to you and what you feel, buddy boys. Matt on guard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me, my wonderful self, guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore. Yeah, I can't do that breakdown, but And he's down for the count. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Thanks a lot, Pops. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard? Not well. I've left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whip leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. Yeah. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. I mean, it would be hard. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strengths to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've seen her smile. I am really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits. That is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. And we got a guilty verdict. Woo! First time that's actually really good. March 23rd, 5:14 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. No confetti, though. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Ah! Why does that sound so hard? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Now then, Mr. Wright? Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt on guard, is he guilty? Or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer? Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer really means to you. Right. Edgeworth. Sweetie, how you doing? I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? Pearls, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car. Ah, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya's safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick! Did she just whap me? Ow! She punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Thanks. Oh! What's wrong? Miss Von Karma. About earlier, thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you are still happy? What? We have fulfillment in our life, Francisca. I don't think you'll ever understand Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. Ah, this music. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood strong against my selfish one. I believe that's what it said. Accidentally clicked, my bad. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. That bright, beautiful, gorgeous man. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well as you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. So what about you, Francisca? But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense. We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I had begun to trust in that man as well. But what? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. That's cold, I know, right? The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you.
The truth? The truth? Ah.
Yes, that is the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right? That's why you couldn't forgive me, this man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Ah! Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
Yeah. You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me. All those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool.
Miss Von Karma!
I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. I mean, he didn't exactly take the Von Karma name, did he? You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver for a Scruffy. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Ah! Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. Ah. But she will. Oh, she will. You should keep this, right? Practice your whipping skills, Phoenix. You need something to defend yourself. Okay. Nick! Maya, you sweet, beautiful child! You're safe! Maya!
Mystic Maya! Yeah! Mystic Maya!
Ah! They're back! They're all together again! The squad is safe. And Maya was groping that titty. I saw you, Maya. I know what you were doing. Oh, Nick! I knew you would come through! You got on guard convicted, like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me! Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. I never let you down. I never turn around and desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. We're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Wow. Is it really that easy to do something like that? I don't know. Die and find out. Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved you're all right. Long time no see, Maya. I know, right? Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Wow, your stomach. All right. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick, food, grub, chow, I'm starved. I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. Wow. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib, at least.
Come of us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
If you insist. Oh, all right. So how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided that we have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick. Food! To the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gummy! Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. That's what you hit. A telephone pole? And it wasn't a red light that got him? Yeah, did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of the Steel Samurai. Nah, thanks, you guys. Thanks. Now look here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Right too hard? If you don't stop being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight, even. I'll keep that in mind. Look, come on now. Everyone gather around. Y'all are gonna get your photos taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Lotta brought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. Maya's ready. She's gonna dive onto the buffet table. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, Detective. Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think the trial would have had a very different ending. Well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
What? 4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Ah, come on, y'all, it's over. But oh boy, I tell ya, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped. Never a dull moment of you, huh? Boy, tell us about it. You think? Why does she look so happy about that?
But being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So, to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture.
Huh. You know, I don't know where it went.
Aw, that's too bad.
Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Yeah, especially after the rough time we had. Damn. Beep 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 beep. Oh god, it's a bomb. Huh? Huh. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Von Carver's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. Can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. even though you're standing right here. The tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Nah, I know where it went. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't eaten anything yet.
And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I have fun tonight. Now if you'll excuse me. That odd. I know, right? Wait. What? I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. Huh. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. Oh, engagement ring. Give it over, Phoenix. Ah, it's the whip. I'm gonna whip you silly, you damn ass. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya! Yes, Pearly. I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, Mr. Nick, I mean.
Pearly! Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway. So who's paying for this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick. Excuse you, I got you off the hook, lady. Huh? Oh yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. Excuse you. Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Oh gosh. Huh? I know, right, huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your bill and all. Excuse you? Okay, Lotta, you have no excuse, woman. Like, God, I will sue you in court, lady. Isn't this great, Mr. Nick?
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick?
No, it's not. Yeah, Nick. Okay, so y'all, we're all gonna run out of this hotel as fast as we possibly can because I can't pay for this. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? You don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal, time to let it all out.
This is going to be the first time I hear the real you.
Okay, so the reason why that's said like that is because this was originally on the DS. So you had the yell function on the DS. So you can yell objection. So at this point, they want you to basically use the microphone and yell objection. So when they say it's the first time I hear the real you, they're talking directly to the player. Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. All right, then. If you say so. Objection. Woo! Yes! Got through another Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game. The second game. We still got an after credits scene, but... You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that leather, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a real pro. Yeah, don't keep doing it, sweetheart. My heart can't take it. Yeah, thank you all for joining me on this journey as I got through the second Ace Attorney case. It's been a wild ride, fellas.
I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a pretty popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the two of you, just in case.
What the fuck? How? How can a child make reservations like that? But yeah. This is a great game, in my opinion. Ranking it amongst the trilogy is hard. Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. 3 games, third game's my favorite. Yeah. I heard he said things like letting that one go is a bad idea. I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal. Nice. Mr. Edgeworth got your drawback. That's wonderful. 3 games. The third game's your favorite? Yeah, the third game's great. Third game's great. Like, ranking this among the trilogy is hard because it's like, on one hand, it has like Turnabout Big Top, but then it has this case, which is really good. I'm Maggie Bird, returning this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be waitress from now on, and bring smiles and joy to the people who come by to the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. Ah, we'll see how that turns out in the third game. Yeah, the third game is probably one of my favorites too. It's a really great game, so I hope we can get into that at some point. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? I'm Dr. Hottie. Go back off, buddy. Recently, yes, that girl, you know. I haven't seen her around. Yes. But I remember if I ever laid so much as an eye on her, I would go crack. It didn't matter if I got whipped, though. Yes. Yeah, I'll be seeing you later, buddy. But, yeah. So, yeah. I'll probably play a few other games before I get to the third game, if only just to, you know, take a little bit of a break and get through a few of my catalog. It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, and to let the world know we are serious. I plan to make a fabulous fight to Zombina.
Hey, Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
Wow. I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at Mo's jokes. I'm back. Just in time, we're actually finishing it up. We got the credit sequence, so you'll be back for the raid. So you'll be in time for the raid, for the Jezzo raid. We also got an after credit sequence here that we're getting through. I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls, represent. We've got a new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Was it a happy ending? Yes, it was. It was a very happy ending. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Go on with it. Get on with it. Yeah, it was a very happy ending. It was very nice. I was just saying, like, I'll get to the third game eventually, but I'll probably play a few smaller games. There's one game on the Switch I've been meaning to get to for a bit, so I might play that real quick. What's this strat? Just an ordinary electric razor recharging on a stand. I can't believe this, really. How long do they plan on making me do this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep, hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they won't forget about me, would they? It was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me the Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty, and any men who have a heart of feel the pain in my heels, they're going to be burning and speaking and burning for fire in his dangerous because of warehouses where they start the scenery. It was burning down, right? Did she ever figure out that the stars were giant balls of fire in space? Hi, Liz. I don't know yet. I don't know. Maybe one day. I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. She got a happy ending too? Yeah, pretty much everyone got a happy ending. It's nice. Sort of, yeah. She still got to pay for her crimes, but we'll see her in the third game and she'll be better. So that's all good. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I'll take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. Wow. Also, I think the Switch went, yeah. Wow. So you did make a website, goddamn. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get through a few games and then get to the third game eventually, though. But yeah, I will eventually get through the entire series, though. That I promise you, my friends. Ace Attorney is still in our future. International Departments, Gate 12. Where are you going, Francisca? I'm glad I made it to the credit scene. Yeah. It's nice to see all these characters and being all happy, isn't it? How did you know I was here? With this. That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. Huh. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things. It's fine to commit abuses of privacy if you hate the coat. I know, right? To commit abuses of privacy if you hate the coat, yeah. If the coat's horrible, then by all means, take it. It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here. It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Is he in love? What? With who? Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Franziska. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius. There's no doubt about that, But to me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. Oh, Franziska. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, which is a good thing, trust me. But you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. Franziska. I really like Franziska as a character. She's cool. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Huh. Today you chased after me, after I had left you behind all those years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path... Nice, we see Edgeworth in thought too, I know, right? Then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma. Ah, Francie. You don't see the sprite unless you see this part. I, I'm, I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Franziska, my beloved. Yes. My adorable Franziska. Hey, Snoopy. You have made it to the end, Snoopy. So have we. Phoenix writes, one day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece. Everyone live happily ever after, yep. So I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Nice, see her cry, yeah. See her vulnerable. And that was the last piece of evidence. Chills, baby. Chills. Ah, that was such a good game, wasn't it? I hope everyone enjoyed it. I like your accent voice. Thank you. Thank you. I try. My German accent isn't very good, but I try. And yes, now we will begin a new game. The third game at another point in time, because like I said, I'm probably going to get through a couple of other games before I begin the third game. But I will be playing the third game at a certain point in the future. I would like to thank everyone for joining me on this stream. We have reached the end, but it will not be completely the end because we are going to raid a certain person. Yes, my first raid. Hopefully I can do this. It was fun. Thanks, Easy Takata. Thanks for joining me, my friend. I'm sorry that you had to bounce at a certain point and you're coming back like when it's pretty much the end. Happy Easter! Yay! Happy Easter, everyone. I hope you guys have a great Easter. I hope everyone enjoys their Easter. Very much so. I myself will hopefully enjoy the Easter. We're going to a new restaurant. Hopefully it'll be good. The menu looks great. Alrighty, let's see if I can't do this. Okay. Whoops. It was fun, yeah. Raid. Okay. Let me see. Raid. How to use the raid commands. Okay. Just. I gotta look up. Which restaurant? I can't quite remember the name of it. It's a new Greek restaurant that opened up. It opened up not too long ago, so hopefully it'll be all good. Like it seems good, like I said. I'll let you know on the stream though. Okay, so let's see if this works. Haha, we are raiding Jezzo. Alrighty, my first raid. Woo, successful. Again, I want to thank everyone for joining me in this stream. See you later. Bye. Okay, right now. Yep, I got it right now. Yep. But yes, be seeing y'all later. Keep away. Oop.